What's happening? So, I was just thinking about games that would be really amazing to have on Nintendo Switch, right? And I just happened to think, what about Metal Gear Solid? You know what I'm saying? Like, they pretty much re release all the Metal Gear Solids all the time. Now, I know this wouldn't happen with anything Hideo Kojima related, and I definitely don't want to see Survive come and just fuck up the Nintendo Switch because we all know that's what it would do. But Metal Gear Solid, man. Even if it was just Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, and 4, I could take that. You dig what I'm saying? Those would be great. I'm not saying they have to add in 5 and all that drama there because we all know that's all that would lead to is the re-emerging emotions that are fuck Konami and anything they're associated with. So it's the one franchise I don't think we're ever gonna get, and it's the one franchise I think we should have. Metal Gear Solid. And the only reason I think that is because obviously Ubisoft has no plans for Splinter Cell in the near future because wouldn't they have done something already? There hasn't been a new Tom Clancy game with Splinter Cell and the reputation of Splinter Cell since Tom Clancy himself passed. And I can respect that because the game that came out after he had passed wasn't all that great. So, I mean, the last great Splinter Cell we got was on the 360, and that game, of course, being called Conviction, Blacklist does not exist because of how bad of a game that was. Oh my god, that game was bad. But two franchises I really wish Nintendo Switch had: Splinter Cell and Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid is such a bigger pipe dream that is just more of accepting the fact that it can't happen. You know what I'm saying? Because the Hideo Kojima and Konami situation is just obliterates any chance of that ever happening. But Splinter Cell, on the other hand, that very well could happen because Conviction was only on the 360 and PC. Well, Ubisoft, why not put Conviction on the Switch? Why not give Sam Fisher another portable game, only this time it doesn't have to be a direct port of an already existing game, but of the last great game to the man. You feel what I'm saying? That would be dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you could just release Splinter Cell 1, 2, 3, even Double Agent, so that'd be 4, and then Conviction. Release those 5 games on the Switch, man. That would be dope. That's easy money right there. I mean, y'all are re-releasing Assassin's Creed 3 and Liberation for the Switch, and honestly, Black Flag was better, I felt. But I'm still gonna end up getting it. Come on, man, bring us Splinter Cell. For us Metal Gear fans who have to live with the fact that we'll never, ever see another Metal Gear Solid game on Nintendo because fucking Konami. Bring us that because that is some little victory for us who love those games, man. Those games not only defied generations, but they defined us as players because we just that's what we played, man. That's why I love Metal Gear and that's why I love Splinter Cell, man. I spent so much time in each one of those games I didn't get to play 4 because of the PS PS3 debacle, and I have a copy of it if I ever get a PS3 again, but I don't see me getting a PS3. Okay? Metal Gear Solid 4 is the only other game that needs to come out for multiple systems because that was how they worked back in the day. Metal Gear Solid 1 was on the PS1, and then after the PS1, what happened? Well, Metal Gear Solid 1 got redid and re-released on Nintendo GameCube, the Twin Snakes. When Metal Gear Solid 3 came out, we saw Metal Gear Solid 2 go to the Xbox, where it turned into Substance, which was weird, but I mean, it's still the same game-ish. Um, then once Metal Gear Solid 4 came out, Metal Gear Solid 3 got a 3DS port that I have yet to play because it also happened to be one of those games that was on my radar after it came out, way after the fact it came out, and the whole Konami debacle was a thing, so I completely skipped out on it. I still want to play it though, because I did grow up playing these games. And then again, like I said, when Metal Gear Solid 4 came out, it's still on PS3 only. When Metal Gear Solid 5 hit, when Metal Gear Solid 5, the first one hit, I was waiting to see where Metal Gear Solid Guns of the Patriots was going to land. I was very interested in that because I was like, is it going to go to the 360? Will it go to the next Xbox? Will it go to PS4? Will it land on a Nintendo system? Like, where is Metal Gear Solid 4 going? And then it ended up breaking the cycle of this game's the entire game franchise being ported off in the same fashion it had been before. So I was very disappointed to see that because like I've only had a PS3 once and I only had it long enough to beat Uncharted because that's the only franchise I cared about playing to the end. But I was waiting on that. I was like, okay, the history says this will be on something else, and it never went to anything else. But the fact we can't get Metal Gear Solid on the Nintendo Switch due to the amazingly stupid shit that went down between Konami and Kojima, Ubisoft, give us the last Tom Clancy Splinter Cell game when the man was alive. Give us Conviction. Give us Conviction on the Switch. Okay? I think anybody would say that's a suitable substitute. Conviction's a damn good game. Or remake Chaos Theory. Chaos Theory is everyone's favorite Splinter Cell. Mine personally is Conviction just because I love the story behind Conviction. It's so good. But I understand why Chaos Theory is a lot of people's favorite. Remake Chaos Theory and release it on the Switch. You know what I'm saying? We need that kind of gameplay on the Switch. Anyway, I'm out this bitch.